again, my children! While there are, of course, more aliens versus predator stories out there, and we will likely be talking about them for many years to come, today we mark the end of Machiko Noguchi's story in this conflict. On the planet Kaparis 7, a mining corporation soon finds itself having some unexpected visitors. Xenomorphs! But this is strange. They have arrived on a ship that landed. But what's even stranger is that the Xenomorphs are being held on leashes. Held by predators! Soon the Colonial Marines, led by the android Colonel Rast, come knocking at the door of Machiko, now 10 years older after the events of Aliens vs. Predator War. She has retired alongside Brian Ellis from that miniseries and wants no part of what the Marines are asking for. At least until they show her footage of the attack on the mining colony. Predators killing unarmed, ordinary civilians? And controlling the Xenomorphs to boot? Now that is interesting. She tells the tale of a legend that she heard from the Predators during her time with them, of renegade clans of their species that were more killers than hunters. Predators normally believe in honor in facing a worthy opponent, but the killers? Well, it's all in the name. They just want to slaughter anything in their path, and had found a way to turn their prey into weapons. The idea of using the Xenomorphs for anything but sport was antithetical to everything the hunters stood for. They thought the killers had been wiped out, but it seems they are still around, and have to be stopped. Indeed, such savage killers who think only of killing must be stopped. By killing them! Machiko, along with her crew and the Colonial Marines, make their way to Ryushi, Machiko's colony from the original Aliens vs. Predator comic. It is now a place where the Predators do some regular hunting. Machiko contacts the hunters and uses her limited ability to communicate with them to arrange a truce between the two forces, a joint operation to fight the killers. They're able to convince the Predators of their value when they help the hunters subdue and capture a Xenomorph queen, planning to use it for breeding future sport. Machiko remains with the Predators to help coordinate the attack, but once they arrive at Kaparis, the killers are ready, using a jamming device to scramble their sensors and communication, leading to a near slaughter of the ground forces sent in. Fortunately, Ellis devises a plan to save them and the mission. They remove the warhead from one of the ship's nukes and basically use it like a giant bullet, launching it at the presumed location of the jamming device. They succeed, allowing the attack to continue. Unfortunately, the killer's ship starts getting away, but it allows the hunters to place a tracker on them, leading the joint task force back to their home planet. In the meantime, the Marines get their hands on, well, a hand, one from the killers. While they chase the ship, they discover that the killers controlled the Xenomorphs through pheromones, some synthetic concoction that the humans can't replicate, that allows them to convey instructions to the swarm. The killers are well prepared for an orbital assault, pounding the ships in orbit to the point that Machiko instructs her own crew to land, since they're otherwise ignoring the dropships. Ground forces do not meet with an easy time themselves, though, ambushed by killers, walking right into a nest of Xenomorph eggs. And even Rast himself is damaged, but alive, captured by the killers out of curiosity for his android form. He contacts the others and informs them that there's a second step to the killers controlling the Xenomorphs. The aliens have no queen! A queen's natural pheromones would override the synthetic ones. So how convenient is it that they just happen to have a queen on board the hunter ship that, if dropped into the killer's storehouse of Xenomorph eggs, well, the killers would be without an army. Machiko goes into the heart of enemy territory with the Queen and an entourage of predators, the Queen immediately managing to turn the Xenomorphs on their would-be masters. Ellis, in the meantime, leads a crew into the area to rescue Machiko, knowing that she does not share the other predators' desire for glory and battle and, well, potentially their own deaths. The Predators are all too happy to ready their self-destructs and annihilate both the killers and the Xenomorphs, but fortunately Ellis and company arrive to rescue her, something the Predators are not happy about. and thus punish her in a most honorable fashion. They used the xenomorph acid blood on her forehead, removing the mark that signified her as a friend and ally to their kind, and let her live, Machiko choosing humanity once again. But hey, she gets to not be blown up, so that's a plus. While the humans are a little upset that all the nice alien technology got away from them, Machiko does tell Rast that they detected another base for the killers. So they can go and deal with that while Machiko finishes up her retirement. Happy ending for everyone! Well, except for the killers. They got slaughtered by everybody! But hey, at least they got to rest. Which is what it's time for me to do, my children. Happy Halloween! I hope you enjoyed another treat from Moarte. The seasons change, die off, live again, and I shall always return to share such delights from the Longbox again.